Here we are again. Hello from Melbourne, Australia, where winter has definitely arrived in the southern hemisphere. It was 4 degrees this morning when I went for my swim. So we're right into it. I'm rugged up. I'm sitting with the quilt around my legs, and I've decided to bring you up to date with what's going on. I finished my last little selection ages ago, but I always get so sidetracked with other things. I've been on course. I went and did a hem finishing at the Spinners and Weavers Guild, and then on Sunday I did some more band weaving. And it's winter at the shop, so generally when I get home I feel like I've been hit by a bus. It's really busy, it's very cold, and it's just fabulous weather to rug up, cozy, and do something like making something with your hands. So let's get started. I've got heaps and heaps and heaps to show you. I'll start off with the fact that I decided to join the Tour de Fleece this year. I don't join as in join a group or anything. I'm probably the worst joiner on the planet. I'm also probably the least competitive human being you'll ever meet in your life. I can't be bothered. But I'm doing the Tour de Fleece because I want to improve my spinning. So my spinning wheel is over there, ready for action. I'll show you the first. Hold on a second. Let me weigh this because I've just realized I forgot to write down the meterage, but at least I can tell you how many grams. 134. So I've finished my first 134 grams of yarns. I spun 2 singles. The one was a natural dark fleece, Corriedale fleece, and the other one where you see all those speckles that makes it look a bit tweedy was a colored roving that I was gifted by somebody. A customer of ours came and dropped off a whole lot of fleece, and I grabbed this one, and it's glorious. I mean, the spinning is still, I have such a problem plying. I can't get the ply to be tight enough, but if I undo it, so for those of you who do spin, I mean, it's balanced, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but anyway, neither here nor there. I have done 134 grams for the Tour de Fleece, and I'm going to add it to yarn that I spun for my last project. So those, I think I might be able to make all of that work together in a fabric, and then I'll tell you why I'm doing fabric. So that's where we are with Tour de Fleece. I've got 2 bats here. 2 bats that I've prepared for my next spin, and this over here is still the uncarded balance of the Polworth fleece that I think I spoke about last time. But these 2 bats are ready to go, and they're going to be the next 2 that I'm going to spin. So I'm hopefully I'll be able to spin all that for the Tour de Fleece. That'll be lovely, because then I've practiced quite a lot. It's amazing because this here, I've just spotted this, was my spin from last year, and then this, it's so different. That's great. Anyway, so that's Tour de Fleece. What I've decided to do is I'm actually going to join something called the Fiber Shed, which is basically the idea that you source and you make your clothes from as close to you as possible. So finding the fleece and the raw materials in Australia, and then making whatever garment I want to make, whether I want to knit something or whether I want to weave something and then make some clothes, which I'm very excited about. I really, really want to do that. I'm going to this coming year, after I thought when I started let me just backtrack. When I started the Tour de Fleece, clearly my swim was way too long this morning and my brain isn't working. When I started the Tour de Fleece, I thought, what am I going to do with all this yarn? But then I thought, no, wait, hang on. I am going to use everything I have, and I'm just going to make things for myself. Skirts, pants, because I mean, that's what I'm qualified to do. So why not do it? I can make the raw material. I can make the fabric. And I can make the patterns. So yes, that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the year. I'm going to dedicate myself to making cloth and making garments for myself, and see if I can get a whole, or at least 80% of a wardrobe together that I made myself from scratch. I mean, there's certain things I'm not going to attempt, like things like this and underwear. We'll stay away for for a while. I'll do socks and maybe some skirts, a couple of I'm not really a jacket person, but I am a wraparound fabric person. Like this, what I'm wearing today is something that I took off the loom a few weeks ago. It's just 100% cotton that I wove up in a twill weave, just to practice twill. It's very nice. It feels nice against my body, and it goes really nicely with the mustard. So I'm thinking I should put these colors together, maybe in something woven. Anyway, before I get sidetracked and run off with that idea. So that's the plan for this coming year, is I'm going to spend as much time as possible in trying to put a wardrobe together with making everything myself. And if I have to source something, then I'm going to source it from close by, as close by as possible. And that includes, if I travel, as long as it's close to wherever I am. I'm already starting to make excuses, but anyway, you get the idea. So in that vein, I sat last weekend and I had a brainwave. I've got a lot of sock yarn, like little leftover balls of sock yarn. And I was going to weave it all up right at the end of this game that I'm playing at the moment. I thought I'd weave it all up, and then I had a brainwave. I thought, no, wait, hang on. I'm going to do the following. I'll show it to you in a minute. So I've got this. I made my own yarn. So this over here is an 8-ply grey, just grey. And then you've got 3 strands of 4-ply sock yarn, which I put together. And I just made up my own ball of yarn with 4 strands. So an 8-ply and 3 strands of 4-ply sock yarn. So what I did was the grey, which was the 8-ply grey, I just kept that going through the whole ball of yarn that I was making. Then every time I ran out of a sock yarn, I just tied on another one. And there's no thinking behind it. I just used up all the sock yarn that was lying around. And then it's stuck under here. Hold on, I'm going to move you. There we go. So then I just, where are we? I just put it all together, cast on some stitches for the top here, and I'm making myself a top-down vest. So I finished the one sleeve. I'm busy with the other sleeve, and it's just straight down. I had 2 more of these, so I basically wound up about 600 grams total. I had 3 balls, and I've used up 2 already. This is my last one, and I might, depending on how wide it is here, I might actually make it quite long. But it was super easy. It's on a 10mm needle. I did a tension swatch, which landed up to be, I think, 11 stitches in 10 centimeters. I literally measured around my neck figured out how many stitches to cast on just so it would fit around my neck. Kind of say, I think it was 50, how many were they? Were they 56 or was it 72 or something? So I just took out 6 stitches either side for the sleeves, and then I halved for the back and the front. I did do some short row shaping in the back, so the back would be a little bit higher. And then in my raglan shaping, I just did knit front back, one after the other. And that's what came up. And I'm just busy finishing off. So this is the first garment in my year-long experiment of wanting to clothe myself. If you have a lot of sock yarn, I think the secret to the whole exercise is to keep one color going through the whole system. So that's that 8-ply gray, which was, I think, a Rowan yarn which I've had in my stash for 100 years. So that's the main color that's going through the whole garment, and then 3 strands of sock yarn. And honestly, I did not pay attention to when I picked up what yarn. I think sometimes we just spend too much time overthinking things. I just picked them up as they came. And that's what happened. You could clearly plan the whole thing and have 3 skeins of full sock yarn, and then use a main color going through it, and then have that, so you won't get these kind of stripy effects. They don't bother me at all. In fact, I quite like it. You could get it all uniform all the way down if you used full skeins of yarn, but I didn't, and I'm looking forward to wearing it. Super excited about that. What else did I do? I think that's it at the moment. I'm clearly working on a band as well, which I'm just about to finish off. I'm so addicted to these things. I can't. Look at this simple little thing. I mean, it's so simple, and look what it's making. I'm completely in love with it. I can't stop making them. And now I've bought a book to give me some ideas on what to do with them. But anyway, can't stop. So I'm going on that. And then let's move on to what I made with my last pick, with my last game pick. So I picked a pink and a white, and they were both sock yarns. They were Portuguese sock yarns called Meia. Beautiful, beautiful yarn. And, oh my gosh, so cute. I made these 2 little glorious little girls. She's got a cup of hot cocoa in her hand. So they could be sisters. I'll hold them up separately. This is the little girl with her cocoa, little curly hair. So cute. Stripy tights. This here is like a little frilly skirt. She's so sweet. She's going to, with her cocoa, she's going to her. So I'm saying that this is her and her sister. They're going to go and live with a new baby that arrived. One of my kind of semi-students from the shop had a little baby girl. And so this is what's going to go and live with that. And that little baby girl's Hebrew name is Yehudit, which would be my Hebrew name because I'm Judith. And this is the little one. Look at the little puff pants. Oh, it's so adorable. Anyway, so these 2 little lovely lasses are going to go and live with Ellie's daughter. And the book that I used to get them out of, I highly recommend this book. It's Lulu's Crochet Dolls. I've done this one. And then that's the little girl. And then here they are together. The details in this book are incredible because there are little things like tiny little teddy bears and kitties and mice. I want to do this one next. He's so adorable. And then I'll take him swimming with me. Look at that. This Lulu Comportine, I hope I haven't butchered that. Lulu's Crochet Dolls, 8 adorable dolls and accessories to crochet. If you like amigurumi, if you like kawaii and cuteness off the charts, I recommend you get this book. I love using this book. Inside are all kinds of tiny little sweet. There's a pot plant that I made to go with this one's little room. Anyway, I've waxed lyrically enough now. This is beautiful. And those two little darlings can now go and live at their new home. And now we're going to go on to the next thing, right? Because that's what this podcast is. Is it a podcast? Oh, also, I have to explain something to you. You see that thing over there? Let me see if I can get it up a bit. You see that thing over there? That is, I'm living in an old private movie house. And that is the camera that they used. And there's a great big huge screen that comes out of the ceiling over there. So I don't use it. I don't watch movies or television or anything. So it's a bit lost on me, but it's got a hectic sound system and all kinds of stuff in it. So I just thought you might want to know why I've got strings hanging from the ceiling. That's why. It's an old movie camera and I live in an old movie house, an old private movie house. Okay, so let's see if I can throw the dice and see what comes up for today. Let's see if we can warm up the dice. Also, I have to be careful that I don't double pick. Ooh, okay, I didn't bring my little chart. Number 7. Number 7. Shall we do the box first today? I don't think I had 7 before. So just for those of you, if you've stumbled here, this is my box of boxes where instructions are in. I can't remember what the instructions are. So we'll do the box today first. And I did spot number 7. Number 7 is over here. So I've got number 7 out. Where can I put this now? So, I don't know what instructions are going to be in here. So number 7 box out. Let's see what yarn we're going to pick. What yarn? Number 19. So, and this is my basket of nineteen. Okay, so what shall we do first? I'll open the box first and see what the instruction is. I'm always nervous to see the instructions because I think, oh my God, I hope it's something that I feel like doing. Okay. Oh, another toy. Knit a toy of your choosing. Use all the yarn. You may add yarn for aesthetic reasons, not from stash. So these are my instructions. Look, for me to knit a toy is like the ultimate joy. I'm going to, I know what I'm going to knit. Okay, but of course it depends on what's going to come out of this packet here. So let's just have another little look. So we've had 2 toys in a row. I just had to throw a pair of socks in the bin this morning, hand knitted socks. So now I think, oh, I hope I get socks soon because clearly I need to replace my socks. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, I'm always nervous because, you know. Oh, okay. More Maya. Okay. So again, Maya, which was the Rosaria's 4 Maya sock yarn. What on earth is this now? No ball band. What is it? It doesn't look like a color that I know, like of the Admiral solids or not a clue. But anyway, what does it say? Use all the yarn. You may add yarn for aesthetic reasons. What does that mean? Not from stash. Where on earth am I gonna? Ooh, does that mean I can buy yarn? Anyway, watch this space. We'll see what I come up with. I have an idea, and I have a fantastic book that I would like to use more. I've only just knitted one thing out of it. Anyway, so the other thing is I've just spotted something that I stuck on my window, because I keep forgetting about this whenever I go to my YouTube channel and there's like a little notification and I push on the notification and it says new subscriber, and that's really exciting. So I wanted to say thank you to the new subscribers, to the old subscribers, to any subscribers. I'm very grateful that you're watching me. I love it, and I'm happy you choose to pull up a chair and see what I'm doing and my shenanigans and my obsession with textiles and making things. You're welcome here, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, I also always forget to say this, push the like button. If you think I'm great, you can share me with somebody else. Other than that, just come along for the ride and see what I come up with. And I hope you enjoy being here. I enjoy doing this. It helps me stay on track and make some decisions about the vast amount of stock that I do have, and it keeps me on track to use it all up. So until the next time we meet, and I show you all my new things that I'm going to make, have a lovely month maybe, and make something beautiful, do something with your hands, put the telephone down, read a good book, and until the next time we meet, bye.